Hi everyone, in this video I want to talk about finding the slope of a line given its graph or its equation. And to make sure we don't take ourselves too seriously, let's think about the fun question. What is the scariest movie you've ever seen? All right, so on the math section, we want to talk about linear equations. So Algebra I, linear equations are the bulk of that class. And in this case, we are asked to find the slope of the graph. And so we can either be given the equation or its graph. So it's very likely that you would see something related to slope on the test. And so let's talk about what the slope of the line would be given just the equation. Okay, so this equation is in standard form. Let's just put a little reminder here. So slope, intercept, form is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope. Standard form is what we are given in this first problem. That is ax plus by equals c. And the a, b, and c are all numbers. So coefficients for a and b next to the x and y, and then the c would be the constant number. So what we want to try to do is get this from standard form to slope-intercept form. Okay, so I need to somehow get y by itself. The way I'll do that is get rid of this entire 5x by subtracting it off. What comes down is negative 3y, then negative 5x plus 6. Then I want to divide both sides by negative 3. And then I need to put this negative 3 under each piece here. So we're going to have 5/3 x, negative 5 over negative 3 is positive 5/3. And then 6 over negative 3, that would be minus 2. So notice I'm writing my final answer as y equals mx plus b. So my m, or slope, is 5/3. And that's all I was asked for. Then in the next problem, we see a graph. So on this graph that I gave you, you can see the actual points given. But if those actual points were not drawn, you would just look to see, like right here, there should be another point. It's where the line touches an exact point on the graph. So right here, what I can do, I have two options. I can either identify the 2 points, which, this would be 1, 2, 3. This first one would be 1, -2. And then this would be -1, 1. So I could either, sit there and write out the slope formula. M equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Remember, it's rise over run, so the y's go on top. And, this is like x1, y1, x2, y2. By the way in which I label my points, like this being point 1 and being point 2, the order doesn't matter. So it would work out in the end. Let's go for it. Let's do this. So -2 minus 1 over, and then 1 minus -1. I get -3 on top. I get 2 on bottom. So my final answer would be -3/2. That is using the points from the graph to use the slope formula. And that's totally fine. But one little shortcut that you could also do, I'm going to switch colors here, is you could just go, what's the rise over run? From this point to this point, I'm rising 3. and I'm running -2. Oh, so rise over run in the graph is just 3 over -2. Or we could call it -3 over 2 because I could also think of it as like from here to here, I'm rising a negative and I'm running a positive. So either way, your final answer is the same. It's -3 over 2, 3 over -2, either one. So time for you to practice. There are 2 problems just like the ones before. One is in standard form again, the other gives you a graph. Why don't you pause the video, try these, and I will reveal the answer. There they are. The first one is 1/2. As you get the y by itself, you end up getting 1/2 is the m that's in front of the x, and then -1/5 is the answer for the second one. You could either count boxes as the fast way or use the slope formula to figure out the slope between the 2 points on the graph. Let's talk about a quote to leave you with some inspiration. At the end of the day, it's not about what you have or even what you've accomplished. It's about what you've done with those accomplishments. It's about who you've lifted up, who you've made better. It's about what you've given back. That is from Denzel Washington. So I hope this video helped you in some way. And feel free to leave your answer to the fun question in the comments. And if you'd like to keep up with new videos, you can subscribe. Thank you.